Okay, so sorry, in that first video I was talking about the firemen, but I also meant to say like policemen, first responders, volunteers, you know, just anyone who was involved with, you know, anything of part of the rescue efforts, or just, you know, people who were just trying to help or whatever. But yeah, you know, so there's still people out there that are dealing with their loss of loved ones, and some people, you know, are really struggling with like PTSD, just the same with people who come back from the military, you know, after being at war for so long, or a short amount of time, or if they're involved in something traumatic, you know. It's just, there's a lot of things to be thankful for in your own life when you hear about some of these other things. I don't know why my hand is shaking. This is still like a little tough. I didn't microwave it as long as I should have, but I'm trying to microwave it less and just push through, because I don't know, I have it in my head now that I don't want to microwave the scent out of it, which, you know, sounds a little silly, but it might happen. I don't know. Has anybody tested that theory? So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. No biggie, like no big deal, like not the 9/11 thing, but the pictures. Having a senior is expensive, and then on top of that, I'm dealing with attitude. You know, I think I really wanted to get pictures over with yesterday too, because I can't, like, if you've talked with me through text, if you're like one of my waxy, texty friends, or even just a regular friend that doesn't watch my videos, you would know that I have been internally struggling with just the cost of it all. I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I know photography is like, it's an art, you know? It's an artist putting their time and their eye behind the lens for you to capture good pictures, but you kind of cringe a little bit, like when you're paying that much. You just, it's not, like, I don't think you're normal if your gut doesn't like kind of turn a little bit when you spend that amount of money on something intangible. Well, it's tangible, but it's not something solid, you know what I mean? It's images that you're gonna get via the internet that you order. So yeah. And then the makeup artist at the same time too, you know, she's an artist, she's doing her artistry, but again, it's just gonna get washed off at the end of the night, you know? It's just there for the pictures. So I think I wanted to just get that money spent. Well, I already paid the makeup artist because I paid her prior, and she gets paid by PayPal, so I just went ahead and sent it yesterday before we were even getting ready for pictures, just so I could have that out of the way. So she's already paid, so that feels good to get that off my chest. But having a senior is no joke. It is no joke. This month is going to be so freaking expensive. Okay, let me get this in the microwave. So this one is Fiona the Supreme Witch and Black Cat. And this is Black Cat is Cider Lane with whipped cream, and then Fiona is cider cupcakes, cotton candy frosting, Granny Smith apples, and waffle cone. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I don't know if I like this one or not. So this is where like the half loaf de-stash might come in. I don't know. Haven't fully decided. De-stashing is a pain in the arse. I do have the Q&A questions that you guys asked on my Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to get into those today. I have, how many loaves do I have? I've only got, well, I've got 3 left. 2, well, yeah, 3 total left. Let's see. I will answer one question though. Somebody asked me, oh yeah, Canada Kim asked me, what was my dream job? And I was thinking about this yesterday because I was thinking about the makeup artist. I wanted to be a makeup artist so bad. And you know, when I look back at it now, I lived in Southern California. That is like the prime location to be a freaking makeup artist. So this was like in the late 90s when I would have decided to go to a makeup school. I was looking at them and I really wanted to go. And I I was thinking, oh, it's probably oversaturated. The market's probably oversaturated. Well, guess what, people? Look at the freaking YouTube now with the freaking beauty community. I mean, now you want to talk about oversaturation of, I don't know if they're necessarily makeup artists, but people who do makeup on YouTube, and they're making a freaking thing. I was watching Jeffree Star's Snapchat, and he was, I think he's in Australia with his boyfriend Nate, and my daughter and I think Nate is freaking adorable. So I was watching his Snapchat. I was watching him walk through his meet and greet and all the people that were there, and he had freaking bodyguards, and I don't know that I want to live that kind of life in the first place, but you know, just these YouTubers are making, like the top ones, making a lot of money. And like Shane Dawson, I love watching Shane Dawson. He's doing a series, I guess, on, who is it next time? Jake Paul. I really enjoyed his series on Jeffree Star. I had no interest in Jeffree Star whatsoever, and then I watched his docu-series, and I was like, I'm kind of interested in him now. Like, he seems like a really, like, good guy, you know? And then, so Jake Paul's, I don't like Jake Paul. I haven't really watched any of his stuff. He just seems too hyperactive to me. I can't be around people that are, like, too overactive. Like, I'm just like, you need to chill the F down, because, yeah. I got lucky with Ashley that she wasn't a crazy hyperactive kid. I probably would have lost my shit. But, so yeah, so now I look at it and I'm like, oversaturated. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? It's like, that would have been like the prime time to like get into that world. So my dream was to be a makeup artist. I wanted to be a makeup artist so bad. You know, and back then they didn't have YouTube, and so this one I'm just going to cut in half. I'm going to cut in half and then chop up my half, but this is Grandma Mac and Lancelot and Guinevere. Or no, actually I'm going to chop the whole thing. So they didn't have YouTube, makeup tutorials, or any of that crap. It was just the makeup that I was seeing at, like, the drugstore, you know? I don't think they even had Sephora yet, or Ulta. Back then, you were getting your makeup from, like, the makeup counters, and that's all you had. I do remember, though, I remember buying my first Urban Decay lipstick. She started in Southern California. I don't know where she's at now. But it was Santa Monica. She had a little, like, in one of the 3rd Street Promenade. We would go there sometimes. They had the coolest stores, like, just all kinds of, like, things that you can't find anywhere else. And I remember they had an Urban Decay makeup lipstick. And I remember my first one was like this, it was like this strange green color, but it, like, didn't make your lips look green. It kind of just gave it like a slight tint of green. And I remember I just thought it was so cool. And I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. You know how Urban Decay has like Smog and like all these weird names, like Roach. Roach is one of the names of one of the lipsticks. And so then now to see Urban Decay, so this is like late 1990s. And so now to see Urban Decay, like this big brand, is like super cool, because like they just had a little like makeup stand in Santa Monica at first. As far as I know, that's the only place that it was carried. But I mean, it wasn't popular by any means. Nobody knew who the hell Urban Decay was. I didn't. I was just like, oh, this lipstick sounds cool. You know, this actually smells really good. I'm sitting here talking about destashing, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm a horrible destasher. I say I'm going to destash, and I'm like, I hate destashing. But looking at the next VCS restock, I'm like, I only have 8 things on my list, and at the same time, I'm just like, those 8 things are costing me, like, I want to say I think I'm at $150 or something. It's because I like all the Loaves and the bags. What are you going to do? VCS gets me every time. I do have a Super Tarts, 2 Super Tarts orders coming. I did order small Super Tarts. I try not to overbuy Super Tarts because I've tried a lot of her scents, so I kind of know what I like and don't like. So that's kind of good. I've been able to cut my spending from Super Tarts every week, like I was doing before. I was ordering from Super Tarts every week for a while there. That starts to get a little ridiculous. But like again, I've tried a lot of her scents and I know like which ones I like. Some I've actually retried that I've tried prior and discovered that I really do like them. Or that I've, you know, my nose has changed and that I do like them now where I didn't before. So, all right. This one does smell good, but the blackberry, I don't know. The blackberry's a little, I don't know. It's blackberry. All right, so we're gonna do one last loaf. And then I will call it. So this should be a lesson. If you're young and you have a dream, just go for it. Just follow it and see where it might take you. I probably could have, you know, done something in the makeup field. Like it wasn't as saturated as I thought. You know, I don't know. We're looking at colleges for my daughter now. Like it's that time. Looking at scholarships, although we do have money set aside. If you've had a child that's gone through college, so this is my idea. We have enough money to get her through, okay, why is this not opening? We have enough money to get her through about 3 years of college. But I don't think it pays for dorms. Okay, why, what the hell? So we're looking at financial aid to maybe supplement this. Will this like come out with a little push from that? Oh God, I can just feel my nail polish coming off right now. Okay, there we go, jeez. If you have had a child go through college, this is Cider Lane Donut Shop with Danish Butter Cookie Overpour. This one smells really good. I can handle this kind of Cider Lane, so I'm excited to get into this guy. Okay. So if you have had a child that has gone through college, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just get her in the college that she wants to go to and just get her in there and just try to get as many scholarships as we can and then just pay for the first year. You know, even if it eats up half of our college fund or a third of it, whatever. Then that next year she can apply, like if she does really well, she can apply for a sophomore scholarship or scholarships. And that gives her time to up her ACT score and all that, right? I'm not sure how it all works. I need to find out, but I'm just thinking right now she's just not focused on it because she's doing other things, but and now I'm seeing the financial aid that's available to kids that have like an ACT score of like 30 something, and I'm like, oh, Ashley's smart and she did pretty well on her ACTs. I can't remember what her exact number was, but I remember they broke it down by like math and science, and she did really high in math and science. I want to say it was like the upper 20s. But her reading and writing, which is so weird because that used to be like her strong suit, was lower. So I don't know how they average it out, but now they're taking SAT scores, but they don't focus on SAT scores around here. So I'm like, so if she gets a better SAT score, does that mean that they don't count the ACT anymore? Because I mean, she didn't do phenomenal. Like some of the scholarships I was looking at, like the big ones, you have to have an ACT score of like 30 something, and I was like, she was definitely in like the 20s somewhere. I can't remember the exact number. I have to pull out the list, but. And then her GPA is usually about a 3.0 to about a 3.5. It varies from semester to semester depending on what she's taking or what she's doing. But I don't know. So this is where I'm like kicking myself because I'm like, why didn't I look at this stuff sooner? Like, why didn't I look at the importance of, like, because she's only taken ACT one time. So she's going to have to take that a second time to see if she can up her score, because she said she didn't do some part, and I'm like, well, doesn't that count against your score then? She's like, no. I'm like, well, I'm sure it does. I'm like, they wouldn't put it on there if it didn't affect your score. Like, what would be the point of even having it on the test if it didn't count? I don't know. So there's that. I haven't talked anything about wax. I kind of went off on some tangents here. Some strange tangents. Jeez. I can't wait for this week to be over. It's just been like all around kind of a strange week, I guess. I don't know. So let me know what you guys are up to and what you're doing, how your week's been. If you have any comments about the VCS restock coming up, which is tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. Actually, this probably won't go up until Friday. Yeah, it'll probably go up Friday. Part 1 probably will go up Friday, and then I'll do part 2 Saturday. I like to spread my videos out a little bit so that, like, I mean, I like to go on YouTube and I like to see videos like from people I like on a regular basis, because then, like, I feel like if people upload like 5 things all at once, I'm just like, spread them out. So that way I have something to watch. I usually watch like at a certain time of the day. So anyway, so that's my cider lane. All right, that's it for today. Sorry. But yes, leave down in the comments below if you have any comments about anything, all that jazz. As I always say, I like talking to you guys and I like the interactions that we have. And oh yeah, if you're following me on Instagram at all or whatsoever, if you've requested, let me know. I've gotten a few more requests, and if I don't recognize the person, then I'm kind of like sketched. So if you've asked or requested, let me know, and then I always follow back. So yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.